John Davis True Crime.
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 John Davis, and it's good to see you, John. How are you?
John Davis True Crime.
Hey guys, what's up, man? That timing couldn't have sucked any worse, could it? Dude pulls up in the loudest truck I've ever heard right as it's time to go live. The timing is impeccable. And my son's home. Getting the mail. Anything good in it? God, there's a lot of it, ain't there? Let's see, to the parent of Discover Card, smart move. Nothing important. How's everybody doing this evening? Everybody good? I thought I'd come on for a little while and we'd go over some of the current happenings. Can y'all hear me? It's not showing me on screen. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 if you can hear me. A 1? Yeah, you can hear me? It's not showing my little avatar guy on the screen. I don't like that. Hold on, y'all. Let's look at something here. Let me get situated real quick, all right? Duh. I ain't been live in a minute. Y'all gonna have to bear with me, man. Brandy was supposed to have been here when we started. And she said, I'm gonna run to the store. She's been gone a minute. Oh, thank you, Jesse. You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. All right, we're good and clear? Good. Just bear with me for a second. And the internet went out right before I went live. So it ain't been an optimal beginning. It hasn't been picture perfect, let's say that. In the wrong view. That ain't no good. Let's go over here. There we are. Thug pimp mode. Let's get the comments back up. And we're straightened out. Thank you, Suzette. Guys, I appreciate it. Suzette and Jesse hear me bitch and moan a lot. They know how broke I am. I'm eating taquitos right now, and they are badass. What do you want to talk about first? I got a couple things I wanted to go over. For people that's been watching the channel lately, the videos that's come out, I've been spending time tracking Don, right? Don and his, how would we say it? His new suspect, I mean, I guess is how you would put that, right? He's saying CPS now is behind Summer, and they plotted to take the boys. Both. Y'all want to go there first or what? Anybody have a preference? You guys ain't very chatty tonight. Hi, Leona Covey. Long time no see. Where's Summer? 1-800-TBI Fine. How you doing? Warning, please don't drink nothing while listening to this man, or you will spit it everywhere. Thank you. I lost my place. Hold on. Dying laughing, just saying he's hilarious at times. I tell you what, my last few videos ain't been bad. People think they're pretty damn funny. Hey, I just call it the way I see it. Balls and strikes, you know what I'm saying? Don's theory is out in left field. Well, there's so much wrong with Dawn's theory. I don't think I have enough time to point out all the shit that's wrong with it. No One Special, new sub here. Welcome, No One Special. You're special here. Oh, man. I think I overcooked the taquitos a little bit. I'm sorry for having to eat, but I didn't want to be late and I didn't want to starve, so bear with me. Let me show y'all something right off the rip. Right off the bat. I want to show y'all something. I don't know how many of you seen it. Probably a lot of you already have. But sound like Daisy Cruncher on the mic. Talk about my buddy Daisy. She's my intro. I want to show y'all something that it said, I want to say 4 months ago. Let's call it about that anyway. Okay. Is when it was first brought out. This right here, okay? I don't know if y'all can see it or not, so I'm going to read it to you real quick, and then we're going to talk about it for a second. It says, with the recent interviews and Dawn stating that they are going to let the boys stay where they are at because they have a life Dawn and Candace wish for them is probably the hardest, most selfless decision they are making. They are showing true growth and that the boys' happiness is the most important. We as a community need to be supportive of their decision and continue to encourage them to keep on the right track to better their lives too. They are trying. I think that the boys are being very well taken care of. Notice it says that. I think that the boys are being very well taken care of. They will have more opportunities where they are, and the Wells are putting aside themselves to do what is best for their children, as hard as it is. It is a sacrifice of love. They consider their boys' wishes. That makes me think the boys wanted to stay where they're at. Letting the boys stay where they are is a selfless act of love. As hard as that choice may be, they're doing it in the boys' best interest. Just because they are allowing the boys to stay where they are does not mean they do not love them. And in fact, it is the opposite. They are making this decision because they love them. Please, as a community, let's be respectful and supportive of their very difficult decision. Okay? Y'all have seen that, right? Who else seen that before? Most of you? Most of y'all heard that or seen that before? They don't have a choice. Once their rights are fully terminated, we will see movement in Summer's case. Much love, y'all. Okay. Now, where I found that is, Miss Christine made that post. Candace shared it on her channel, Can. And I seen it there. I've seen it a while back, and I've seen it a long time ago, right? And you listen to Don talk, present day, and he talks about CPS has got them all on medication and keeping them doped up. How does that 4 months later match up? Can anybody explain that to me? Now he's saying that, they're keeping them doped up and they're doing this and they're doing that. 4 months ago, yes, that's exactly who wrote it. Dawn's buddy, Miss Christine. 4 months ago, they had done said they were doing what was right for the boys and they were giving them up. And that was that, right? So how now is Dawn coming out and honestly saying that the boys have been medicating all this? Explain that, anybody, please. Say hi, Brandy.
Hey.
I'm late.
None of that makes a lick of sense, does it?
Mm-mm.
I'm talking about Dawn's CPS theory about how poorly the kids are treated and all this and that, and how that just makes no damn sense. And me and Brandy was talking about this. To me, I have got this feeling, I've had it for a long time. It seems like Dawn is way more into getting the kids back than Candace to me.
Yeah, I get that feeling too. They say, yeah, it was okay for them to take them at that time. Candace has said that.
Well, Dawn says that.
Yeah, and now they're saying.
But my thing is, though, Candace is reposting that from Miss Christine, and then we got Dawn out here a couple days ago saying how they're being mistreated and all this. Those are two polar opposites. So what happened? At that time, was CPS treating them great and everything was shits and giggles and great and good?
Right.
And now something's changed. He hasn't had contact with them, so how in the hell can his opinion of their conditions have changed so drastically? Bam!
You don't have communication with them at all, anyway. I'm sure. I don't think much. I don't think he gets visitation.
He told me he hasn't, or he didn't tell me personally. He said he hadn't had contact with them since he's been out.
So
that's when contact was cut off.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, I'm not sure, but I wouldn't think they would have, well, they might have phone contact. I don't know. They haven't said. I don't think they have. Don't. Yeah, I don't think they have, or they would be talking about it.
All right. So, Tim Mullen happened. There you go. There you go. I'm thinking it has something to do with that, too. I think he's a big part of it.
What were we watching with Tim Mullen on it? That didn't make no sense. It was on the.
We got a video coming out.
Yeah.
It's 2 hours of Dawn and Tim Mullen answering questions. And we're doing a review video on it. But
his theories are not very, I don't know. Don't make a lot of sense, does it? For him to, he says he does a lot of this, like, what does he do? Media manager.
Yeah, I don't want to get too much into it because
we'll spoil our video.
We'll spoil our own stuff, but he does. It seems like to me, and you listen to this part too, but it seems like to me he mentions the. I think he's talking about the Wilco show.
See Wilco,
right? Because he's talking about how, and all that, and how it was a great experience. Then he's talking about there was a show that wanted them to come on, but it was like in the contract they had to throw chairs and shit at each other.
Anymore.
Yeah,
so right. I don't think it's that one.
Well, Steve throws a lot of chairs, but
he does the chair throwing. The people on there usually don't. But that would probably have to be the show.
That's who I got the feeling it was, because at one time there was a rumor that they about had him talked on into going on one of those and taking a lie detector test.
Yeah, he probably was against it because he probably didn't want to take a lie detector test.
I bet they pay some of them guests.
No, I'm sure they do.
You'd have to be getting paid to go up there and just look like a complete jackass. At least, right?
Yeah, but there's a lot of pedos that go on that show.
Oh, yeah.
And take a lie detector test knowing they're guilty. They still go in there.
Termination of parental rights. They have no contact at all anymore.
Okay, good. That's what I was wondering.
See?
They had to do something pretty bad, no contact.
Now, is that why you think Dawn's come out with this bold stance and theory at this time? Don't that timing make a lot more sense if that's what's happened? It could be what it is. Maybe it's already a done deal. And They know it, and now he's like, well, this because CPS is not going to come out and refute his accusations, and I feel like he knows that. Somebody made that point. I seen it somewhere, and I was like, that makes sense because they're not. They're just not going to come out and respond to shit he's saying. Like Bob even called him, Bob Wayward G.
Yeah.
Bob called him, and he's like, yeah, we've heard about Don and Mr. Mullins. So maybe that is what it is. He knows there ain't gonna be no shit come out of it, right?
Yeah. Candace probably had a chance to do the right thing and try to get the boys back. She didn't. The whole time Don was in jail, she could have been working on that for herself. She didn't want to.
Yeah.
She's out there partying with Kenny and other people, making rounds.
I'm sorry, I brought up somebody's conversation. I was shooting for something else. There it is. Steve Wilkos would get it out of Candace.
Yeah. Maybe.
I like Steve, but sometimes.
I think he knows before they go on that show.
Mm-hmm.
He says he don't, but I don't know.
Nothing ever gets by him. That's
He's
how I
always
told
right,
Brandy.
usually.
I tell Brandy every time we watch it, I'm like, I can tell you within the first 30 seconds if the person's done it or not.
Yeah.
And how you do it is you read how Steve treats them.
Yeah. And it's not bad like Jerry Springer. It's not like that kind of trash. He actually usually, gives them lies detector tests and DNA, and they usually get an answer at the end of the show.
Hi, single mom, none your business. Common sense, true crime. Holly, hey. Mike, married to John, Sandra, YouTuber. Messy Jesse. BB Bluff. I make fun of people doing that. His name.
It's okay.
We ain't been on it. We went past our maximum 7-day window.
Yeah. About 7 days for me. I haven't been on forever. I don't think.
Steve is a lot tougher than Dr. Phil. Yeah, you got that right.
I think how they were treated on Dr. Phil, like Dr. Phil couldn't ask him the serious questions. It had a lot to do with media manager.
You think?
Yeah, probably. He had it in there, what questions that could be asked.
I tell you what, if that's true, then I would like to have him as my media manager because I've never seen Dr. Phil let people get by with the least amount of grief as he did them.
I think that's what it was, really.
He treated Terry Horman pretty rough, and she hadn't been convicted of nothing. You know what I'm saying? But he was pretty hard on that woman. He wasn't hard on them at all. Everything was like, we know y'all haven't done anything, but Dr. Phil coddled Don and Candace. You damn right. No, it really turned me on Dr. Phil.
That was the biggest letdown ever.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when that show came out? I'm like, oh, wow, we might find out something new. Nope, not really.
Yeah, for a dude, I liked Dr. Phil a lot, didn't I? And I have never thought about him the same after that. I was like, man, damn it. Because, I mean, if you think about it, everybody he has on there, he's kind of taking advantage of their situation.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, it's not like why are they different? How did they get by so easy?
They probably said, I'm not going to be on the show unless this, and this happens. And they already had it scheduled. But
you would think he could just get by without them then before he would just sell out.
It don't make a lot of sense.
Not at all to me. Dr. Phil only invited Don and Candace so that the behavior panel could question Candace only.
That's pretty much what happened, huh?
That was the best thing that come out of that.
And it was a 2-part episode. I don't even know why.
Yeah, you could have definitely fit it all into one part.
Mm-hmm. It was a letdown, definitely.
I don't know, but today I was thinking. I think we're done talking about Dawn and CPS, aren't we? Because I'm telling y'all,
I will tell you, that's the only time Candace cries when she's in a hard situation which she don't know the answer to. Like on Dr. Phil. I don't see her sitting there crying about Summer.
that is the most emotional I've seen her.
Yeah.
Was right then and there. That is very true.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Tara. They sure made it look like things were going to come out by the promos. It was a letdown.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, wasn't it? The promos had me pumped. I was like, oh, this is going to be some hard-hitting shit. Dr. Phil going to get to the bottom of this. All right, Dr. Phil.
It's crazy. It's like that little girl disappeared. There's nothing, hardly. Nothing. Whatever happened to her.
I quit watching Dr. Phil after he had Dawn and Candace on his show.
We did too, really.
So did us, pretty much. Yeah. We can't take a lot of him. He really let me down. You let me down, DP. Didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Though, what I was going to talk about too is I've been seeing a lot of people talking about Cam and Allie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just kind of out of patience with them, especially Cam. So I was thinking about it, and I was making kind of a list of things about Cam that he needs to straighten his ass up with. And then I started thinking about how it seemed like Dawn matched a lot of those.
Yeah.
And then what I went was I had already made like a list. And then I went back and I seen how many of those would Dawn Wells fit into the category. And damn near every one of them fits.
Mm-hmm.
How creepy it is, how wrong you can be about somebody, because he's let me down. And this most recent effort of his, I see a lot of people
I just don't understand. He knew this was probably coming. If I was him, well, if he's really wanting to set the story straight, I would have came out way before it happened, to try to explain my side. Just letting it come out and then trying to defend yourself. It didn't look good on him at all.
No. And I'm out of sympathy.
And I would respect them more if they came out and said, yeah, we've been struggling, we've been having issues. And, just tell the truth and then go on and try to get better, when you sit there and cover it up, I don't know, people lose respect for you pretty much, right?
I've lost all respect for him.
But I would respect him more for him coming out before everything happened and just say, this is how it is, we're having issues,
And he hasn't learned any kind of a lesson. As for the second that his statement come out, I can tell you up until that point, he hasn't learned a damn thing out of none of this. That's what I'm worried about.
Still denying everything.
Still doing stupid shit like making the statement. And everybody that's like, they should get their privacy. Don't post shit
on YouTube
and expect me not to mention it.
It would have been better just to not say anything. Really.
Yeah, really. And I want to say something else too. A couple weeks ago, he did a live stream, and that live stream was titled something about all the people that been hating on him and stuff. He wants them to come on up to the hot seat and let them see what it's like for a minute. And looking back on his charge date and all this shit, that was after all this has already happened.
Yeah,
and he's got the nerve to be holding a live stream wanting to bring somebody up and tell them off. That just pisses me off to no end.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And for your kids to be taken from them, they have to have a good reason. They just don't go on accusations and come and take your kids. You know?
No, they don't.
So it makes them look that much worse sitting there trying to defend it.
And you know, he's not an older guy, but he's no spring chicken either. You know, it's time he really need to get his ass straightened up.
Grow up, yeah.
And now is the time he needs to do it. And how he could ever show himself on YouTube again after all the shit he's pulled, after all the line and denial and all this is beyond me. I'm sorry, I'm at my wit's end with his bullshit.
The only way he can come back is if he really makes the change and do the work and come back as a whole new person.
And I don't want to hear no more crap about people always using his past against him. In the last 6 months, he's done enough bullshit and showed himself. Brandy, I used to call him after his lives, and I'd be like, Cam, my God, how smashed are you? I would I not?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I ain't done nothing. Bullshit.
And people believe him, too. Sit there and believe him. He's just tired.
And when you're having to make a live stream and name that thing, not on dope, last live stream was just sleepy. Come on.
No normal person.
And explain this to me. Is he a narcissist? Is that why he wouldn't just turn his damn cameras off and do his live streams?
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I think he was using that to get sympathy from people. Oh, look at poor Cam. I don't know, man. I tell you what, I'm over it, though. Everybody, you know, like I said, I feel super, well, I haven't said it, but I'm going to say it. The only people I feel sorry for is these kids.
Mm-hmm.
They're younger, and it's a horrible time to be losing mom and dad. I hope he can get his ass straightened out. But everybody that wants to baby him, that ain't working, okay? Y'all been doing that for months. It ain't working.
Well, and he had a hard life the way he talks. You wouldn't think he would want his kids to go through that, you know? Would you? No.
You wouldn't think, you know, but I'm sorry. I just can't with that bullshit.
And if you go back and watch the last 10, 15 live streams, you can see him going downhill. Both of them. In my opinion, both of them started looking skinny. They just look different, in my opinion.
Yeah. Hold on just a second.
Which I'm not saying, you know, people have addictions and stuff and they just need to get treatment. They don't. My biggest thing is sitting there in line and just not.
Let's just watch the.
Hatred can be considered a form of obsession when some constantly focuses on negative feelings towards others. It can consume their thoughts, make it difficult.
Watch this. That's just him warming up. Y'all watch how bad this gets.
For them to think that.
Must have went to sleep.
Oh my gosh, dude, man. Allison.
He nodded off. I've been around addicts.
Let me tell you what he did right there. He said, "Oh my gosh, y'all." He's about ready to say, "Fucked up."
Mm-hmm.
I'm guaranteeing you that what he just about said. I'm tired of pretending like that. Ugh, it just blows my mind. I hold my tongue way too much on that kind of shit, and I'm not doing it no more. I'm tired of playing along and baby and coddling and bullshit. Straighten your ass up. Don't come back on YouTube and throw your mom under the bus. The person that has custody of your kids, you want to do that?
Yeah, you don't do that. And I look. He said it was for the money. You know how much of a process it is. There's a cat fight, y'all. I hope y'all didn't hear that.
Wow.
I don't know. It was
Come on. Get out of here. Get it, Harvey.
cat fight
Hush.
because it sounded awful.
You don't want to know about our cat fighting operation we got going on here?
No,
Where was I at? Scared the hell out of me.
about
that
his
cat.
mom. Him
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about his mom. At least his mom has them and not foster care.
Yeah, and how's he explaining that? He's acting like his mom, which I've seen his mom's record. She has a record. But he's acting like she's just this most horrible person on earth and all this. They are not just going to hand kids to anybody, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm over this bullshit of pretending and coddling all these people. I'm sick of. Ugh.
Maybe that's why he thought Dawn and Candace was okay, because they kind of lived like he did if he was treating us.
Well, that's like my list, man. I was going down, and it was like I was thinking about it, and I was like, Cam don't seem to ever learn. Because me and Brandy seen, somebody did a video. I would give him a shout out if I could remember who it was, but it was showing all the mug shots.
Mm-hmm.
How many we count?
18, 19.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
So that shows you he has no respect for consequences or authority or
Don't learn
anything
from
whatsoever. Doesn't learn from his mistakes. How hard does rock bottom gotta be?
Pretty hard.
When you have kids, you lose that right to be able to go out and party and do shit. You just have to do it for your kids, and he's not doing it. And now he's attacking the woman, and that was the childish, cheesiest shit I've ever seen in my life, to come out with a statement against your mother to post and try to cover your ass. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. It burns me up.
And we're saying Cam, it's Allie too. Allie's the woman of the house, sitting there letting that shit happen, So a mother wouldn't let their kids be around anything like that, in my opinion.
When I think about that too, I don't want to go hard on her, but damn, how naive could she be? Are you telling me in that video we just watched that she couldn't spot that?
No.
I just she don't seem that damn naive to me. So,
in my opinion, for her, okay, yeah, he might lost custody, but a lot of times they'll leave him with the mom if the mom has, custody of him. She must have held a drug test or something too.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Sonia, for being a member for 15 months.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. That's a long time.
Stuck with us. That's probably that dude. Oh, God, y'all. I was walking Taylor home from the bus stop the other day, and this dude on a motorcycle almost runs straight into a car at that tunnel. A lot of y'all have seen it from my flooded video and the cop video. Scared me to death.
Is he riding a four-wheeler?
No, it's a motorcycle.
No four-wheeler.
I don't even think you're supposed to be on the road with that.
Yeah, and it always together, like how they lost their house, probably because they didn't have the money to pay bills.
Yeah, I mean, it's all clear what's going on. That's why it burns my ass so much for him to put out that statement he did on YouTube, acting like, hey, it's just a coincidence that we got these charges, that I'm never on, and when I am, I'm falling asleep. I'm not on nothing. Everything's good except, give us some money because we don't have no money. Because,
Yeah, that's not good. It kind of makes you sick. He has a big, how many followers, subscribers? 16,000 or so. And
16,000.
Just throwing it away.
16,000 enablers.
Nah, I'm a subscriber too, probably. I haven't been subscribed. I just want him to get help, but I don't know what.
We missed something. Thank you, Burnt Dirt.
What? I don't know. I was trying to touch screen the computer, trying to get it to go up. Thank you. What did we miss?
I don't know. I can't see it on StreamYard.
I'll bring my phone up here.
And I know a lot of people that I hope have woken up to this now. I really hope so. Because I'm telling y'all, if it's as bad as we're hearing and have woken up to this now, I really hope so. Oops. If it's as bad as it looks from the outside, it's bad. He got us 5 memberships. Oh, thank you, Burnt Dirt.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry.
That is so nice of you. Thank you so much.
I have my YouTube up. I'm sorry. I was in on the conversation, trying to focus. Sorry.
I was telling Brandy that yesterday too. I was like, in the world we live in today, it's like it's cooler to be Lois Lane than it is Superman. It's cooler to be the victim than the hero. And that's what he keeps playing off of. And I think everybody's woke up now. I don't see how he comes back from this. There may be a few out there that still are believing this, but I was reading the comments, and I think people have finally woken up to it.
Yeah, he does kind of, you're saying, act like, or has the same character as Dawn. In a lot of ways, he does. Like, he'll throw out the religious thing a lot.
That's
and then do the totally opposite.
One I've wanted to make for a minute too. That's the part that pisses me off. I haven't called it out before, but I'm calling it out now. I call bullshit. No Christian that really is a true Christian is going to have his kind of luck and his kind of circumstances if they're even being half the Christian they should be.
Yeah, I agree. It's like night and day. Don does the same thing. Anytime he's in a tough spot, he brings up church and religion. We have to put the dog inside. I'm sorry. When we do it outside, there's a lot going on out here.
I like it outside.
That we can't control, like animals.
I like it so much better out here. It's so much more fun.
Yeah, but you shouldn't use religion.
I haven't commented on CC because my heart feels poked. And I know there's probably a lot of people like that, and I feel really bad for them, because I know a lot of people had all their faith in them, and they were always defending them till the very end. But I'm telling you, it's not bottom, and you're never going to find a rock bottom when you got people just handing you money.
I would have more respect for him if he came out before everything happened and just let everybody know how it was,
There's help for people, man.
It's not bad, everybody can be addicted to something. It's easily nowadays, the time we live in, but just, I don't know, getting help, wanting help. I don't know if he does want to help, does he?
I don't know if he does or not. It don't seem like it now. It seems like he'd rather tear into his mom. I think this will get worse and more will come to light.
Who knows?
I hope not, because it's pretty damn bad already. I don't wish bad on him. I really hope he can turn it around. But damn it, given his track record, I'm not going to sit here and kid ourselves and think there's a good chance he's never going to do nothing dumb again because he's done a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Brandy have given everybody a chance pretty much on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have.
Tried to get along with everybody, but some of these people you can't get along with, or they end up, you don't want to get along with them.
That's how they act.
As long as they have access to money, they won't get help. I hope they do get help though for themselves and for their kids.
Yeah, me too, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of channels that started out just for summer, I don't know. I hate watching a lot of them because they don't talk about summer anymore. They talk about drama. Pretty much. We do too, but we at least talk about summer and what's going on in the case. But sometimes, I don't know. I just don't agree with some of it.
I think the only thing you can do if you really want to talk about summer is watch Dawn and Candace what they're saying and just keep up with it, because what else is there to do,
Kim was noticeably flying higher than a kite on his live streams, if you didn't notice.
A lot of people didn't, it seems like, somehow.
I noticed. I definitely noticed. Brandy, you're great. Thank you. You're great.
And that's the thing, though, man. I guarantee you, if he pops back up, his thing's going to be, people are holding this. It's all because of his past.
Yeah. Which everybody has a past. A lot of people don't have a good past. You just can't be a victim all your life, is my opinion.
Yeah, but in his past 6 months, we've seen him get ripped. We've seen that he's been arrested. He's lost his place. He's denying all this, and he's trashed his mom on YouTube in the last 6 months. Don't act like it's about 10 years ago something you did. This is what you've done in the last 6 months. I don't want to hear that bullshit no more.
Yeah.
I'm done with it.
I always believe Candace knows what happens this summer. I agree. I think she knows something she's not saying.
I know she does. I know she at least knows that she's lying about a part of her timeline.
Yeah. Maybe. You think Dawn knows anything? Maybe he don't. I don't know.
I used to not think. I used to think there was a chance he didn't, but I've kind of went away from that, because now I think that's kind of his story. He'd either have to be just so damn gullible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't see how he couldn't.
Now
that he went this CPS route, it makes me think he does know something.
Yeah.
Because it's just a shot in the dark. Why would you put it out there and get people concentrate on something that didn't happen? Because that's going to hurt her case.
Yeah, even if they didn't do anything, it was probably someone they knew, or they probably have a good idea of maybe who it was.
Thank you, Barbara Lang.
Thank you, Barbara.
I'm sorry, I can't see those when that happens.
Another one, I'm sorry.
Barbara Lang gifted 5 memberships.
Oh, thank you, Barbara. That's so nice of you.
so nice of you. Thank you so much.
You guys are sweet.
Oh, great.
And I know Holly's been calling her out from the very beginning. She was getting bull.
If anybody can give anybody some shit about it, it's Holly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi, Pearl. See, Pearl and the Jerks, they did a ton for him.
Mm-hmm.
A ton. I mean,
try to help. Yeah.
The first time they done something for him, me and Kim were actually still talking, and he even told me, and I know that they helped him out a ton because people tried to help him. A lot of people believed him.
Mm-hmm. We tried to help. We tried to believe him. John tried to be a role model, didn't you?
I tried to be like a big brother role model because, like I said, we've all have past. I have a past too. I kind of know what he's going through, and I really tried to talk to him, but he would never admit anything to me.
Yep. Barbara, thank you for being a member for 11 months.
Thank you, Barbara.
And let's see. I hear circus music says, "Why did they wait so long with the CPS story?" I think it said something. It went up there, but that's what I think it said. Yeah, that's my point. Why'd they wait so long to say something about the CPS thing? It don't make no sense because they're running out of excuses.
Well, once again, this is just throwing it out there as a guess, but looking in from the outside, I think that statement was probably on the ready. They knew the day was coming when that was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how people catch that stuff.
Me either. They must be. I don't know.
I mean, like it still doesn't show up on the service I have.
No, his background.
Yeah, the most recent stuff.
WH said I always thought Don Candace and Greenis was responsible for Summer.
Yeah, read some comments while I find something.
Okay. Felicia Daniels. Allie had access to drugs if she was a nurse. Could be why she lost her job.
Ooh.
Yeah, we don't know the whole story right there. I don't think we knew the whole story or what she said happened. I don't think was probably the truth.
Here's what I want to show y'all though. This is the paperwork that he put up himself. And it says on here, parents on drugs, children raising themselves, house not fit to live in, being evicted. Okay.
Oh, is that what it was on there?
That's on the CPS stuff. That's what he put up himself. Okay. So for it to say on there, parents on drugs, I'm thinking they failed a drug test. I don't think they're writing that on there.
No, they would have to have proof.
Yeah. Children raising themselves.
So, yeah.
See, and you could tell in the background of the last ones he was shooting in that it looked messy, but I was just thinking that's probably because we have an office room that, we get stuff in it. It doesn't look that bad. But, who knows? But I'm thinking that was probably one of the better ones if they're saying that. House not fit to live in. That's awful.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that they've seen too. I don't think that's something that they would,
No. And they let kids, it don't have to be real clean, just that they have different essentials in your home. They usually won't take your kids, so it must have been really bad for them to put that down there. Let's see here. I had a comment. Once I commented cracking cases that Candace needed to get away from Dawn to go to rehab so she can tell the truth about what happened to Summer. And then it's when they
that was their bedroom. Where was the bed at?
I was reading the comment. I got lost. Go ahead.
You lost the comment?
No, I was reading, but I lost where I was. I was going to read it again since I did that. It was from Tina. Once I commented in cracking cases that Candace needs to get away from Dawn and go to rehab so she can tell the truth about what happened and before he kills her. It's when she was really bad. I don't know if she's talking about Candace or what. I don't know. I just read the comment. There's another one too. Do you see any other?
Hold on, I'll bring them up.
I tried my best. I don't know if I read that right, but I read what was on there.
I thought the charges had to do with not getting the kids medical help.
Oh, really?
Is that what it was? I don't know. I've never. Well, what I was showing you wasn't the charge. It was the CPS paperwork, I think. Right? Yeah, it wasn't in his charges. That was, I guess, the paperwork for why the kids were being removed.
I hit a comment, but I undid it. So sorry if it was you. I accidentally hit it.
That's a good point, Holly. It says, I want to say this: if Allie was stealing drugs from her job, she would lose her nursing license, and it looks like she still has her license. Yeah, I'm not saying that. I don't know that, so I'm not commenting. I know what he told me, and that was that she refused to work in the
COVID.
She refused to work in the nursery
with COVID going on there
because she had worked in the COVID ward the night before and didn't feel good.
Sorry, the real sunflower. I accidentally hid your messages. I unhid you. That was me. I did by mistake, like usual. I'm bad about that. If I'm on it on my phone, I'll sit there and accidentally tap it.
Pearl says, I've seen recent photos of the children. They were clean, happy, well fed, and wearing costumes for some school event. They seem to be in a good place.
Well, good.
Good.
I'm just glad they're doing okay.
Yeah. And everybody that really wants to do some praying and really wants to, pull for the kids, man, more than anything. That's who I'm worried about.
Yeah. You never know. They might have been getting suspicious because Allie, how she's acting, was on a drug tester, and she might have quit before then. Because if they drug tested her and she failed, they would probably pull her license. Or if she tried to get another job, that's the first thing they do. Is usually drug test you. That's maybe why she couldn't get another job.
Yeah, I'm not going to speculate on that a lot because I don't know.
I do know because I used to be a nurse.
No,
I'm just saying
I don't know.
how to do.
I don't know.
They're really strict on that.
Kim has a big problem with authorities and law enforcement. Huge chip on his shoulder. I feel played by him. I really do. Because I believed it for a minute. But I've been wise to this for a while. That's why it wasn't a great shock to me. But, the child abuse charges was kind of a shock to me. I didn't see that. And that just makes me look at it all through a brand new filter.
Mm-hmm. Tina said, basically, Cam messaged me back and stated that rehab doesn't work and that all they need is God to help them get better.
Oh,
what was that, Tina? That's awful. God does miracles, but he can't do everything for you. I'm sorry. Half the time you need help.
Well, you got to help yourself, man. I don't, God ain't just going to rain miracles in your direction and take care of it all for you. You got to want it.
Mm-hmm.
Until he wants it, he ain't going to have it.
Holly said, Cam also said on live that addicts don't need tough love. They need support.
Oh, I'm sure he did. And I'm sure he flung that cash app out there right after he said
the more support you give them, the more you enable them, in my opinion. You can support them, but in a good way, not sitting there giving them money and stuff. They need hard love, really. Cut them off.
He just pisses me off because I know the effort I put into my YouTube channel wanting it to do good, and he had so much support and all that, and just pissed it away. Him
and Allie could be really doing good if with their YouTube.
If they would stay off the shit that they're not on, and
they would have everything they would need for the kids in them.
It's ridiculous.
It just makes me mad they kind of blew it up. Have a channel that good and just mess it all up.
It makes me mad that he's having lives saying all the people bullying and all this come up and get in the hot seat when he's sitting there knowing he's sitting on child abuse charges. That pisses me off. What if he'd offer that again for somebody to come up and sit in the hot seat? If that offer's still open, I'll come up next time. I promise you that. Make sure you schedule that shit in advance so I can see it. And I'll come visit the hot seat. Anyway.
Yeah, God helps those who help themselves. There you go.
That's what I was looking for. That's what see, ain't there like a Bible verse that says something to that effect?
I think so.
We should ask Camera Dawn. I'm sure they know. I'm sure they can quote it for us, couldn't they? I don't know. I think he let a lot of people down. We'll see how it turns out. I don't have a lot of hope as long as they're still not admitting anything's wrong.
Yeah. And kids are smart. His kids are they're not old, but they're not like babies. So I'm sure they've seen a lot going on too. They probably spoke up and told somebody about it.
Yeah. My kids that age wouldn't have missed a ton, I'll tell you that.
They're smarter than what you think. You think they don't pay attention. They do. And that's hard on them, seeing all that stuff going on. All the changes in their life. And maybe they blame it on just, had to or was evicted from their home.
Cam
and-
is 38. I was thinking about that.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Time to grow
He's
up.
actually a little older than I thought he was. Yeah, it's damn time to grow up for sure.
Yeah. It's time to grow up when you have kids, really, you know.
You know, and this stuff lately, because I swear it seems like it's probably at least been going on up until that statement was unleashed
Mm-hmm.
for what, 6 months. That ain't a slip, man. That ain't oh, I had a little slip. That's you're back at it,
Mm-hmm.
and you've been at it for quite a minute, and now you see where that shit got you. You know, and they're facing some time. I mean, I don't know about Allison. I've never seen anything on her record, so I don't know about her. But he might pull some time out of this.
Yeah. she could clean herself up and just get the kids back, even if he don't want to change, you know.
I didn't like how he was blaming everyone except himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the first to admit when I'm wrong, usually. Normally. Well, normally. If I do, I'm saying at work and stuff, I am.
Yeah.
I tell myself at work, I don't know, you're rolling your eyes.
I thought you was talking about with me. I was
Well,
like,
I
I
am.
haven't heard you admit you've been wrong yet, so I don't know how in the hell that's supposed to work.
No, I'm
out.
never wrong when it comes to me and you. I'm
Yeah,
always
when it
right.
comes to air stuff, you ain't been wrong yet. You're like 5 billion and oh.
No, I usually will tell you if I did something wrong. Sometimes.
Yeah.
He's rolling his eyes at me, guys. That's true.
Do y'all have Facebook? Yes, John Davis True Crime Facebook page, everybody. See, I don't do a very good idea or a very good job of advertising our stuff.
No, we don't. You don't. I don't.
I got to put more time into my channel, more effort.
Yeah.
Well, where am I at? I need to be up here. Yeah, you need to be watching this so you could run it. All right.
No accountability. Nope. Messy Jessie's getting it.
Oh, okay.
Thank goodness for Jessie. She always saves the day, don't she?
Yeah. I'll put up the.
It's very heartbreaking because at the beginning they were my favorite to watch. Then he couldn't keep his words straight. Yeah.
The Facebook.
It's sad to see somebody go downhill. I think when we first started talking to him, they weren't. He wasn't doing that bad, was he?
No, I don't think so.
Because he made sense and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think so at all. No.
Mm. And sometimes he puts together some good stuff. Then I don't know what happened.
And I'm gonna bitch about it one more time. He got sent like a $1,300 computer that was touch screen, top of the line. He had shit, the best computer money could buy, practically. I hate to see it, but I'm not gonna pretend like I feel sorry for somebody that keeps doing it to themselves and would throw their damn mom under the bus because I don't. Vibes unsubbed. Not many did. Or are you talking from us? I don't think he lost many, man. Because it still says 16K when you look at it.
I would rather my mom, even if I didn't like her too much, have my kid before them being in foster homes somewhere they didn't know. My opinion. What do you think?
Yes, 100%, man. I would be thankful as hell that my mom had my children. If I was going to lose them, there is no way I would come out on my damned YouTube channel and attack the woman.
And there's good foster parents out there, but there's a lot of bad ones too. So
yeah, and God bless the good ones, because that is some really good thing that they're doing. It really is.
It's hard work to raise one kid, you know, let alone many.
People would be truly shocked if they knew how much money gets sent to some of these bigger creators.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I do. I know that,
Well.
and I'm not going to get into specifics, but I know he's told me of some of the stuff that he's been sent. It's blown my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked at the amount that people would just give, out of the goodness of their heart.
Yeah, just to be nice and show their support and kindness. They would send them stuff. Which that's fine, but you probably don't want your money going to drugs and who knows what else. I wouldn't.
He could put out a video of him farting into the mic and it would get 2,000 views. Exactly. Exactly. If he would have put in the work and made a ton of content, he would have been good even without Allie working, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
That's the thing about it. That's the kick in the pants more than anything. But we wanted to come on because we hadn't seen everybody in a while.
Yeah.
And because we just wanted to get it off our chest, because I don't want it to be seen as I'm going along with all this nonsense like everybody else. Of, I mean, I've even seen people like, well, let's just wait and see. I ain't waiting and seeing nothing. I've seen enough. I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm moving on. I wish the best for him, and I really pray for his kids.
Yeah, I do too.
But we want to get that off our chest, point out the weirdness on how him and Dawn's similarities are.
Yeah.
And say that, I think if anything, Dawn's new thing about the CPS situation makes me seem as more of a suspect.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I think he's only doing it because they cannot really retaliate against whatever he's saying. He can say whatever he wants. They're not going to come out and refute it. So
right.
I think it's bullshit.
You should sit there and think about what he's saying. It doesn't make a lot of sense, does it?
No, we don't.
So, like a lot of stuff he says.
And the last word on cracking, though, I want to say, me and the Jerks and Brandy come out and warned everybody. It's been a while.
A month
or two ago. Yeah. Pearl, you remember how long it's been?
It's been a while.
But we try to warn the ones remaining that was probably happening. Oh, thank you, Holly. Thank you both for being real.
Oh, thank you, Holly. We're real as it gets.
Yeah, we probably really pissed a lot off, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm just,
we're just talking like we normally talk to each other. This is stuff we say to each other.
Yeah, that's pretty much the conversation we had about this when we found out about it. So
we kind of had this conversation before. Kind of knew.
Live, never
going to
and.
You just how you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all know probably he would.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I think it's been 3 months at least. Has it been that long?
Time goes by fast. I subbed to the Jerks and after Pearl opening. That was everything. Yeah, y'all should go check the Jerks out. They have a good channel.
The Jerks and Common Sense True Crime.
Holly, she's been calling it out since the beginning.
Yeah, she sniffed this one out on day one. Cam was like, hi. She's like, what are you on?
I know there was a video a long time ago that it looked like he was snorting something. Can I say that on here? I guess.
You already said it. So.
I think it might have been Holly's video, maybe, or a cut of. I think it was. It might have been Holly put it out there. But now I think back and say, I might have to go back and rewatch that. It might be true. Holly, you remember that? I'm sure you do. So that's how I first seen Holly. It was her and Cam getting into it on his channel.
Yeah, that's the first time I seen Holly was her fighting with Cam. Yeah.
And he was denying everything. I'm like, oh, wow.
And I was like, damn, she's awful hard on this guy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Hey, you live, you learn. Y'all be safe on them YouTube streets.
Mm-hmm.
It's what a wise heifer once said. All right, guys. Thanks everybody for coming.
Thank
We'll
you,
see y'all
Jesse,
soon.
and our moderators, other ones. Jesse, thank you. Who else is on here as a mod?
I can't tell.
I can't either.
I'm on.
Oh, here we go.
StreamYard.
Joyce Connor, thank you. I'm gonna go down here real fast.
Thanks to everybody.
Vibes, thank you.
Messy Jesse, Suzette,
Suzette.
the whole gang.
Yeah. And all the people that watch. Thank you guys.
And everybody in the rewatch gang, thank you. Everybody remember to hit that thumbs up. Don't forget it helps the algorithm, and JDTC can kick more ass than it already does. We are out.